guys, welcome back to Gardening Young. So it's been a hot minute since I have seen you guys, and yes, I know, I thought this would be a garden tour too, but unfortunately it is not going to be a garden tour. It is going to be a garden tear out. So we are not tearing out everything, but I am kind of refreshing the garden today. So we're going to be pulling out some tomatoes. The tomatoes are pretty much done. I think I'm going to leave a couple plants. We have our experimental cherry tomatoes, which I'll show you in a second, have absolutely exploded. And if you're new here, I will explain all that. My name's Anna Grace, if you're new here, by the way. I grow in Zone 7B in my small backyard garden, and today we need to refresh my garden because it is the end of the season, it's worn out, and we need to get ready to plant some of the fall things. We have fall seedlings doing really good in my basement, and I need to refresh the garden so that everything that's coming in has a place to be. So I just wanted to kind of share with you the plan for the fall garden. So what's going to happen is, if you guys don't know already, at the beginning of the season I bought a bulk order. It was a yard of soil, and it was compost, and it was contaminated with herbicides. So that has definitely dampened my garden plan for this year. But everything has done good. We have worked with it and done what we could. We have gotten a great cherry tomato harvest, pepper harvest. I'm super excited about that and thankful. But now we need to refresh everything. Everything needs a refresh. So what's going to happen is, the plan for the fall garden is to plant all the things that I want to eat. I still want to have a fall garden, and I'm not going to let my contaminated soil mess with that. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to plant everything that I started for the fall garden. Not today, but this is just the plan for the future, is to plant everything, all the fall stuff, and then any space that doesn't have a fall plant in it is going to be mustard greens. So I heard that mustard greens help with contaminated soil, just pulling out those I don't know, just pulling stuff from the soil. So what I'm planning on is planting all the fall stuff, and then anything that's not fall is going to be mustard greens, and I'm basically just going to kind of use mustard greens as a cover crop. I'm not really planning on harvesting them. I'm just going to use them as a cover crop. And then I'm just going to let them be there throughout the winter, and next spring I will pull everything up, refresh it, and we will put a brand new fresh layer of uncontaminated compost on for next season. So that's kind of the plan for the fall garden this year. And now what we need to do is, we need to pull things out. I need to pull things out. My dogs have gotten into my garden multiple times, so I have already kind of dog proofed it again. So I had to fix some fencing that they broke in. I fixed my gate. I've altered it to where they can't get in through there. And then I need to kind of rake the big raised bed, because they dug a bunch in there. So I'm going to rake it out. I think I'm going to pull everything in that raised bed and just rake it, get it all fresh. I'm actually going to put peas on the that big trellis right there. Try to grow some peas this year. So that's kind of the plan, and I am really excited about it, super excited. It's kind of started to cool down in the middle of August, which is so nice. We need some cooler weather around here. We've got the peppers, which I'm not going to pull out the peppers. Let me kind of show you what the plan is. So I'm not going to pull out the peppers today because they are producing right now. But you can see they have absolutely gotten massive. Like, this plant is like to my shoulders. It's absolutely massive. So I want to stake everything up, make sure it's staked up well. You can see my my banana peppers over there. The stakes haven't worked very well because my dogs actually have gotten into this bed. So there's a couple holes of soil. So I need to restake this, get all this secure. And then over here in this bed, you can kind of see how lumpy it is. So I need to like rake it out, get it all level again. I'm gonna pull out this pepper and zinnias. And then I also, something that I was really excited to show you guys is that me and my grandpa built a little raised bed. You know, anytime I can get extra gardening space, I go for it. So me and my grandpa built this raised bed out of scrap wood and some leftover metal from a project he had. And I am so excited. It looks so pretty. I kind of like the different style woods because it's just different ages of wood, but I kind of like it. I think it's really pretty, and I'm super excited to fill this up with dirt and plant in it. I don't know if I will do that for the fall. I might just leave it for fall and fill it up next spring, but I'm going to figure that out. And then we also need to, I'm gonna pull out these two. I'm gonna pull out the Berry's Crazy Cherry Tomato and the Blue Cream Berry. Those two are getting pulled out today, but I'm going to leave the two Sun Golds. The two Sun Golds are still producing pretty well, and I still want to get a little bit of a harvest of cherry tomatoes until our experimental cherry tomatoes start producing. So if you guys are new here and you don't know, I got two suckers from my cherry tomatoes and planted them in my raised bed on stilts, and I decided not to stake them, not to interfere with them, just so that I could kind of show you guys what they grow like if we don't interfere, what tomato plants grow like if we don't interfere. And it's kind of easy on my part because it lets off some of the pressure of having to stake it and prune it and all the things. So that's what's going on over there. And then other than that, I think I'm just gonna kind of weed this bed. This bed's empty. I never replanted it with beans, so that will become cover cropped with mustard. I'm planning on getting one of those like bulk bags of mustard. These cucumbers doing so good. They've been producing, which I'm so happy. I got my first cucumber this week, and I'm absolutely ecstatic about it. They've all done really, really good. So the cucumbers are going to be staying. So the only thing that's going to be left after we tear out is the cucumbers. I'm going to prune some of these tomatoes, pull out some of the tomatoes, restake this, level this out. So that's the plan. It's a lot to do, but I think we can do it. It'll be good. So let's just get to it. Okay, so it is hot out here, but I've got in this pepper situation. I just used these two middle stakes that I had in the middle that were really sturdy to tie everything to. I mean, these things are just massive, so at some point I'm just gonna have to kind of let them fall and kind of just go everywhere and just kind of get in there and pick because I'm kind of running out of supporting options. They'll be done in a couple weeks though, so I think it'll be fine. I got that raised bed leveled out. I got two of these tomato plants taken out over here, you can see. And then these cherry tomatoes I let stay, and I just trimmed a bunch of the yellowing parts just to kind of last them a little bit longer. So hopefully that'll work. And then cucumbers still doing pretty good. a little bit of yellowing, but I think it'll be fine. So everything's doing pretty good. And now I need to go and I have this pile. I'm gonna load it up in my wheelbarrow and just take it. I have a pile of like blight stuff, and I'm just gonna take it over there. And then I also thinned my seedlings today that I had started for fall. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take the ones that I didn't use, I put them in this. I'm gonna take that to the compost as well. Just a little update on the container garden. Since our garden tours are over, I will still give you guys updates throughout vlogs and stuff, but and probably we'll do some fall garden tours too. But everything's doing pretty good over here. My parsley, guys, has literally gone insane. It's huge. It's like growing like crazy. You can see all that parsley. If you guys have any tips of how to use parsley, please let me know, because I need to figure out how to use my parsley, just because I have so much. You can see, look at this plant. Look at that humongous thing of parsley. So much parsley. So that's doing pretty good. I've made several batches of pesto. So we should be good with the pesto throughout the winter, which is super exciting. I'm really glad I could put up some pesto for us over the winter. Also, if you guys don't know, I freeze my pesto. If you guys ever make pesto and you need to keep it, you can freeze it in like little ice cube trays. That's how I do it, just so that it's kind of in portion sizes, and you can just use several cubes if you need it, or one cube if you're putting it on like a sandwich or something. So that's kind of how I use my pesto, which I thought I wanted to share with you guys in case you guys need some tips. I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.